Hey everybody, this is Trish Jones and it's lunchtime in the Jones household. I'm Trish Jones and who's you? Who's you? What your name?
I'm Chris Jones.
Oh, I'm Baby Jones. Has got a mouthful. Oh my gosh.
Hi. Sorry.
The videographer got caught out. Anyway, it's lunchtime here and we just thought we'd do a quick video. Elodie's been pestering me all morning because we wanted to do an intro as to why we're doing these videos in the first place. And basically it started off where a couple of weeks ago I really felt inclined to start eating healthier. And then apparently my cousin mentioned about going on a Daniel fast, and I don't recall, but apparently I turned to one side and told her no, because I already fast, so I wasn't doing it. But anyway, one thing and another led to me doing a Daniel fast. And the Daniel fast is basically, Daniel is in the Bible, and Daniel was captured by the Babylonians, and we don't know whether it's out of rebellion for being captured, or he didn't want the meats that they often offered to idols, but Daniel decided that he wasn't eating from the king's table. And him and three others, Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, asked the, I don't know what they called them, but it was like their prince over them, wasn't it? Like
The head of the state, I suppose.
Said to them, Daniel persuaded them just to give them pulses and vegetables for 10 days and then to see what they looked like. And they were amazed because after 10 days they were healthier than all of the other slaves that had been captured. And as a result, actually, they got good positions as well, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm not doing this as a fast to say to everybody, hey, come on this fast with me. The reason I decided to track my progress was more because I wanted to be motivational, inspirational to other people. And also for me, I felt that God was calling me to take more care of my body and take more care of my family. But where the real ha-ha moment came was actually when Chris watched a program the other evening on fasting. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the program so I can actually eat my food.
Lovely. Yeah, I saw 2 or 3 quite inspirational videos or documentaries recently. And the one I saw most recently was with a guy called Max Mosley. And he was looking at the way in which certain diets can increase your lifespan. So he was particularly looking, not at fasting, not at particularly, not anything to do with God, but we just wanted to see what their evidence there was if fasting would make you live longer. So he went to see various people who were on particular diets. He went to see one guy who, to be particularly honest, I agree with Max Mosley, he didn't actually look that much younger, so you didn't actually expect him to be that much healthier. But when they did scientific tests, they found he was a great deal healthier, and what he did, he was rather extreme, and we're not suggesting that we're going to be extreme, and we're not suggesting anybody else go extreme, but he was on quite an extreme calorie restricted diet.
Hey, but you're not on a fast then. You're not. Look, he's eating white bread for a
I know.
White bread, ham, pork. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off.
Anyway, he then moved on to a couple of other scientific studies, but to cut it short, because he actually, in the end, decided that he was going to fast 2 days a week. To cut it short, what the evidence seems to suggest is that if you restrict your calorie intake, you can quite drastically increase your lifespan. There's an awful lot of evidence from laboratories where they've done work on mice, and they've severely restricted certain mice, and they've found that they've lived something like 50% longer than your average mouse. But what it drew me to is because years ago I used to fast quite regularly. I used to fast about 1 day a week. and I would fast from after the main meal on a Thursday, right through until it was time to the main meal on a Friday. And I did that every week. I felt wonderful, but over the years I've let that drop. And so what it actually quite inspired me to do is to take that back up again. So that's particularly my aim, but it's also, since I've been thinking about fasting, since I've been thinking about the things I eat, it's also led me to contemplate my lifestyle, if you like, the things that I eat, and what I can do to make myself that much healthier. But it's also going back to the original idea of why I fasted. I originally fasted to get myself closer to God, and I want to use the whole process to do that.
Anyway, yesterday what happened was I told my little girl that she needed to, what did I tell you that you need to do? What did I notice? What did I notice?
That I was putting on a bit of weight. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was. How much did we work out that you put on?
4 pounds.
4 pounds! So anyway.
And in how long?
Yeah.
In how long?
4 months.
£4, so
So
£1
that's
every month.
£1 every month.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
What do you mean supposedly?
No, because I could have put £2 on in 1 month.
Oh, I
That's
see.
true. Oh, Miss Einstein.
Now listen, we're not saying you're fat, right? We're not saying anybody's fat.
Exactly.
If you look at her, she looks gorgeous.
She is.
But she's very slightly bigger, perhaps, than she was 4 months ago,
Yeah.
noticeably. And the point is, we wanted to stop the process at this point,
Exactly.
rather than let her put on £10, say, and then suddenly realise she has to go on a proper diet like I did when I was her age.
Yeah.
I was on I was rather a fat baby and I was rather a fat child.
And he was,
Well, I'll have to get the picture down one day. I was rather a fat baby,
He was cute.
rather a
though.
fat child. And my life, as I remember it, is my mum always taking me off to places, because I used to tend to go off with my mum if she visited somebody, because I was the youngest in the family. And all my sisters seemed to have grown up. So wherever we went, if anybody offered us biscuits, I would take from their biscuit tin, I would take 1 cream biscuit or 1 sweet biscuit and 1 plain biscuit, because that was all I was allowed at home. And so wherever I went, I would take exactly the same thing, and that's essentially what my mum was doing, was trying to cut me down. But
Sorry about that, we just had a little bit of technical difficulty.
yeah, somebody forgot to clear off the video camera. So anyway, in the meantime,
Somebody?
alright then, me. Anyway, in the meantime, we went to get Chris's photo just to prove that he was a fat baby.
yeah, because I was going to talk about this. You see, the point with Elodie, although Elodie's put on a few pounds, she's by no means overweight. She's by no in
No.
real terms.
No, she's not actually.
But you know, she's gorgeous. But the point was, when I was a baby, I was like this, and as I grew up, I think I must have been maybe not like this, but something approaching it, because my childhood memory is always going to places, different places. My sisters had grown up, and I always used to have to go out with my mum. If my mum went somewhere, I'd have to tag along with her. So if we went to somebody's house and they offered biscuits, you know how people are, they generally come along with nice tins of biscuits. And instead of taking 1 biscuit, I take 2. I take 1 sweet and 1 plain. And that's
Put
because...
the photo down now.
Huh?
You put the photo down now.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Well, the point is I'm enjoying it. I would take 1 sweet and 1 plain biscuit, and this is what I'd always done at home. And it's a deep childhood memory of mine, but at some stage I obviously lost the weight. My mum did the necessary things to cut me back. But the point of saying all of that was the fact that clearly Elodie's not fat.
She's not on the diet.
But, and she's not on a proper diet. So we just wanted to nip it in the bud. So that's how we came to talk about that.
So then yesterday, you moaned, didn't you? Because I said you don't want to go outside anymore. You've got a nice trampoline out there. She's like, I
I need
don't
a
want to go.
trampoline buddy.
Yeah, I need a trampoline buddy. And so I said, okay, I'll get the treadmill down then. Now, Chris will turn around and blame me that he couldn't get to the treadmill because I have a number of things in front of the treadmill. That said, I have no idea. Anyway, let's say that no more excuses because you could have moved it yourself. True.
You could have done. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I could have done.
So anyway, got the treadmill down yesterday,
Marvellous.
and whilst Elodie was on the treadmill, I suddenly thought, well, she was going on, Mummy, you're going to get on the treadmill, and I thought, yeah, I need to do something. I really need to do something. And I thought, right, okay, I have this brainwave, you know, not very often I get one of them where the brain starts thinking. And I thought, why don't I really make a decision and go for this, start looking after my family properly, get a different mindset on food since I'm already on this Daniel fast, and that's what I've decided to do. So, Elodie has done, how long, oh, we've already done that video this morning, but anyway, what have you done on the treadmill?
Yesterday I went on for about 20 minutes, and today,
Louder, because the audio.
Okay, I'll start again.
No, it's alright, yeah, yesterday went on for 20 minutes.
So the first time I went on for about 20 minutes. Second one, I went on for 10 minutes, and then I wanted to do this because it has like different modes on it, like modes on the treadmill. I wanted to do the fat burn mode where like you can have an incline and it goes down and then up and then down. And yeah, that's a half an hour, so I did about 40 minutes on the treadmill.
I did half an hour, and Daddy, hey,
I did a full 1.5 minutes.
Sorry.
When I was in hospital some years ago, and they got me into using an exercise bike. And so the first day I did 1 minute, the second day I did 2 minutes, the third day I did 3 minutes, and so on.
Was that their suggestion, or was that you?
That was their suggestion.
Oh, right, okay.
And it was excellent. So I'm following a similar principle now. So I overdid it this morning by 30 seconds. But the idea is I'm going to do a minute extra every day.
So you would have caught us up after...
so it's a bit like the hare and the tortoise. I'll have caught them up before long.
And another take. Whoa! Speedo Daddy! Speedo Daddy! Right, anyway, we're not going to be doing these videos sat in here. We're going to be in the kitchen, upstairs, in the hallway.
Out in the park.
Out in the park or wherever. But we just decided to start off because we were kind of introducing why we're doing... why we're doing this. And as I said this morning's video, for those religious folks who say, oh, you shouldn't be telling anybody about your fast, I don't have a problem with it. You know, God knows my heart. I know that there are people who need inspiring, who need motivating. And the Bible actually tells us that our bodies are the temple of the living God. It doesn't say you should look like a temple.
And you said yesterday in that temple.
I was beginning to look like that temple. Right? So something had to be done, and I'm actually quite excited about doing this. So anyway, and also the other thing is I want to take off the mask. You know, very often we just pretend that everything is just so okay and fantastic, and life is going swimmingly well, and we get on our videos. And one of the things I talk about a lot on trishjones.com is about being authentic. And so I am letting you into our authentic lifestyle, basically. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's it, really.
But the principles behind this, and better eating and so on.
What, that white bread, principles behind that white bread?
Is a lot of this is all about taking better steps and focusing on a certain area, and I mean you can apply that to various other areas in life.
Yeah, absolutely, because the whole concept of what we're going to be doing is about the mindset as well.
Exactly.
A huge amount is the mindset. In fact, actually, I was at with my mum. Went to my mum after church one day to her friend Lynette, and her niece came over, and you know Linda's very, very slim, fitness freak.
The lady who works at the
gym.
The gym, and she does leisure centre.
That's right, yeah. And she only eats meat when she goes to her mum or she goes out. But in her house, she doesn't cook meat. And she was just...
because she because she said she's not a very good cook.
Yeah, she said she's not a very good cook, but she said that she just loves vegetables. And she doesn't drink tea, coffee, all she drinks is hot water and mint tea. Mint tea, that's all she drinks. And Linda's lovely and slim, and I started thinking, why can't I just like I do like vegetables, but why can't I just enjoy eating vegetables?
Like sweet.
Yeah, instead of sweet stuff and pastries, and it got me thinking. And then the other day I was walking into Morrison's and I thought, why can't I just...
advertising Morrison's.
I'm advertising Morrison's again, and I'm telling you, Morrison's, you best pay me some money for this, okay? But yeah, I was walking into Morrison's and I thought, why can't I just look at vegetables in the same way I do pastries and that? And that was actually the day when I started doing this fast.
Yeah.
When I decided that it was time to do the fast. And look at me, eating raw carrots. Oh, sorry. Oh, you want to eat it with me? Raw carrots. That would never... me, I might have, like, done it once or twice as a dip, but this is, I think, the 4th day now I'll be eating raw carrots, and I actually quite enjoy them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to shut up now, because I think I've said enough. You got anything else to say, Baby Jones? We call her Baby Jones, by the way.
I don't know. Nothing. Really.
Okay, alright then. We'll end it then. That's it, work's done for today.
Okay.
See ya.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.